Welcome to the channel, everyone, and we are here with a different artist I've never heard before. This is a special request from my friend Tom. Thank you so much, Tom. I heard from you over on Patreon, and I wanted to make sure I got this out for you. This is Gordon Lightfoot, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which I believe is a ship. I know nothing else, but 71 million views. So clearly this has a hold. Can't wait to see what this is all about. Please make sure to go support Gordon Lightfoot after you finish this video. I really appreciate all of your energy that you bring to this channel. If you're just discovering me, thanks for checking me out. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Big shout out to Tom over on Patreon for making this one happen. Legend. Already love this sort of intro. I'm already invested.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
His voice.
With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
Got goosebumps already.
The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling?
Love that guitar. Ooh.
The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind.
Got goosebumps big time. The instrumentals are terrific.
When supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed you." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
This is an emotional trip.
Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion.
That's a beautiful
Old
line.
Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The island.
Beautiful line.
Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send.
Wow.
The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered.
God.
In a musty old hall in Detroit, they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. And the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.
That was masterful. That is everything you want in a ballad that conveys such an incredible story. Um, Collecting my thoughts here. Definitely shaken to my core on that one. I guess we have to start with Gordon Lightfoot's voice. Incredible voice, immediately gripping, has some grit to it. His pronunciation of words are so interesting too. Um, I mean, it really works with the poetry of that song. I mean, every single line there sort of pretty much rhymed, and it was so majestic and poetic. I think I went back there at one point just to admire some of the lines about Michigan lakes too, and Lake Superior at the end there. Um, Almost felt like I was in some fever dream, just staring at that one image of the boat that the video maker chose to include there, and then you've got these sort of like haunting sounds of this guitar in the background, just doing so much work for that song. Somehow transforming an instrument into this actually really, really haunting, I don't know, companion to the words. Um, Coupled with Gordon's voice, I was sort of in a trance there, thinking about these sailors that were on this ship, and had they made it 15 miles more, I think they mentioned at the end, they probably would have been reunited with their wives and their children. Yet that didn't come to be, and that was taken from them. And the sea is a harsh mistress, or in this case, a lake. But what a journey! I love music for this reason, and I love songs that are just able to transport you to this kind of imagery that it's hard to convey otherwise. Um, I love stories of survival, and also stories of hardship, because they just remind us what it is to be human. Um, if any of you have read, Into Thin Air or some of Shackleton's early stuff, or John Muir's sort of accounts of surviving in the winter, it always just reminds you how grateful for you are, how grateful you should be to have the bare necessities in life, and to have a roof over your shoulders, and to be able to return home um, from work every day. Another great book, The South. Never read that. Incredible read on survival and what humans all have innately at their core. But in this case, this song sort of delivers a really sad tale, and I'm sort of blown away. I don't have a lot to say right now because I'm kind of shook. Tom, you picked a good one for me to wake up to this morning. I didn't expect that to be so like chilling and creepy, but it really was. Because you can only imagine the dread that you start to feel, the shock and dread you start to feel if you're on a ship like that and the seas become tumultuous. And um, Gordon's ability to rhyme and create such an incredible scheme, and then to just add this sort of like light acoustic guitar or mandolin. I think it was an acoustic guitar in the background that was accompanying the drums, which were also great. The build up on that was phenomenal. And then also the electric guitar. It just all really worked. And it didn't take away at all the story from that song. I'm rambling at this point, but I was really, really impressed. And I will definitely have to go back and re listen to that because I definitely missed a lot of stuff. But thank you to everyone that tuned in to hear me react to this. Hope you enjoyed. And go support Gordon Lightfoot after this. If you liked what you see here, consider subscribing, leaving me a comment. It really helps this channel grow. I also have a Patreon if you want to support the channel further. Link in the description. But most of all, stay safe, value life, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.